Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Secrets of the Ancients, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your archaeological guide, and today we're embarking on an extraordinary journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient history. What if I told you that scattered across our planet are artifacts so advanced, so mysterious, that even our modern experts stand baffled before them? From giant statues hidden for decades to ancient technologies that defy explanation, we're about to explore discoveries that will absolutely blow your mind. Before we unveil these incredible secrets, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to reveal. Let's begin our journey on the beautiful island of Sardinia in the Mediterranean Sea. Today it looks idyllic, peaceful, a perfect vacation destination, but imagine traveling back 3,000 years. Ancient legends speak of terrifying giants who once walked this island, colossal beings over 4 meters tall. Now, while no one has ever found concrete proof of these legendary skeletons, something extraordinary was definitely happening on this mysterious island. Picture this. The year is 1974. Archaeologists stumble upon something incredible in a place called Mont Prama. They discover over 5,000 fragments of stone artifacts scattered across the site. But here's where it gets really strange. Instead of displaying these precious finds in a museum for the world to see, they locked them away in an underground vault for nearly 30 years. Why would they do that? What were they hiding? Finally, in 2005, these mysterious fragments saw the light of day again. And when scientists carefully pieced together this ancient puzzle, what they revealed was absolutely stunning. 38 towering statues, each standing 2.4 meters tall, not quite as massive as our legendary 4-meter giants, but still impressively colossal for their time. These magnificent statues were created by the enigmatic Nuragic culture that inhabited this island millennia ago. But the statues weren't their only achievement. This advanced civilization also constructed over 8,000 stone structures across Sardinia. Perhaps the Nuragic people weren't giants themselves, but they certainly thought big, and they left behind monuments that continue to amaze us today. Now, fellow explorers, let me ask you something. Do you think we modern humans are the smartest beings to ever walk this earth? What if I told you we might not be? What if there was once a species potentially more intelligent than us? Transport yourself to South Africa. Since 1913, archaeologists have been finding skull fragments that suggest the existence of a remarkable competitor, a mysterious species called Boskop Man. These human-like beings may have existed as recently as 10,000 years ago. But here's what will absolutely astound you. Their skulls reveal they had extraordinarily large heads, which means their brains could have been up to 30% larger than ours. Let that sink in for a moment. Their average intelligence quotient might have reached 149 points, placing them among the top 0.5% of the most intelligent people alive today. Imagine an entire species where everyone was a genius by our standards. But here's the puzzling question that baffles scientists. If Boskop Man had such superior brain capacity, why aren't they still here? Why did they disappear while we survived? The answer might surprise you. You see, bigger doesn't always mean better. Our human brains are much larger than our primate cousins, primarily in the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for complex tasks like decision-making, short-term memory, and self-awareness. But the brain regions controlling our senses and movements, those haven't grown much at all. Perhaps the Boskops spent too much time meditating on the past, rather than accomplishing practical survival tasks like hunting and gathering. But this is all speculation, my friends. The truth is, we don't really know what happened to our big-headed cousins. Some researchers even argue that Boskops weren't much different from us at all, that the only evidence is these few skull fragments. The mystery remains unsolved, waiting for future discoveries to reveal the truth. Let's journey now to the heart of the Amazon rainforest, one of the most mysterious places on Earth. Did you know that the Amazon shelters approximately 30% of all plant and animal species in the world? It's absolutely staggering, but hidden beneath that dense green canopy lies the story of a human species that has long intrigued scientists. The mysterious Kasarabe civilization lived here for hundreds of years before vanishing around the year 1400. For centuries, experts believed the Amazon contained only a few scattered tribes living simple lives. Boy, were they wrong. Recently, using cutting-edge technology, we've discovered something that changes everything we thought we knew. Massive, unusual shapes carved into the earth, ancient formations called geoglyphs. These might seem like simple shallow ditches at first glance, but pay attention to this incredible revelation. They're actually the remains of a vast, sophisticated civilization. This network stretches across 1,000 square kilometers and includes approximately 450 symbols, some of them 400 meters wide. Can you even imagine the scale of this achievement? These ceremonial sites could have supported up to 1 million people just 600 years ago. Thanks to revolutionary new technology called LiDAR, which uses harmless lasers to map the forest without damaging it, we can now explore deeper than ever before. And what we discovered in 2019 will blow your mind. Kilometers of roads and elevated pathways, and get this, pyramids towering over 20 meters high. We've identified 26 distinct settlement areas, with 2 measuring at least 100 hectares each. That's equivalent to the area of 330 football fields, an entire hidden civilization, lost beneath the jungle, for centuries. What happened to the Kasarabe civilization? We can't say for certain, but many researchers believe the Spanish conquistadors may have been responsible for their disappearance, a tragic end to a truly remarkable society. And now, fellow mystery seekers, we come to perhaps the most famous lost civilization of all, the legendary Atlantis. This great city supposedly sank beneath the ocean waves, taking all its secrets with it. The first mentions of Atlantis come from the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who described a magnificent city near the Strait of Gibraltar, but for centuries everyone simply assumed Plato had invented it as an idealized version of his native Athens, nothing more than philosophical fiction. So why, approximately 12,000 years after its supposed disappearance, do we still wonder if it might have actually existed? In the 19th century, Ignatius Donnelly, a member of the United States Congress, wrote a groundbreaking book presenting 13 reasons why he believed Atlantis was more than just myth. Then, in 1965, some researchers thought they'd actually found it. They discovered the Richat Structure, a massive geological dome 40 kilometers in diameter in Mauritania, Africa. It's so enormous that you can only see its complete circular shape from space. 2 astronauts flying over the Sahara Desert spotted this gigantic eye staring back at them from the Earth below and thought they'd made a major discovery. Unfortunately, there's no concrete evidence connecting this structure to Atlantis. Scientists believe it formed from volcanic activity approximately 100 million years ago. But doesn't that seem a bit too convenient? The mystery of Atlantis remains one of archaeology's greatest unsolved puzzles. Now, let's travel back approximately 5,000 years and find ourselves in South Asia. Allow me to introduce you to the extraordinary Harappan civilization. These people were incredibly advanced for their time, true pioneers of urban planning. They inhabited sophisticated cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, complete with brick houses, advanced sewage systems, and even public baths. This region may have been home to more than 5 million people, making it one of the most densely populated areas of its era. The Harappans invented a standardized weight system, incredibly useful for merchants and traders. Their commercial contacts extended all the way to the Middle East thanks to their mastery of metallurgy. They even developed the ancient equivalent of modern brand logos, using seals to mark their merchandise in clay. But here's what makes this civilization truly mysterious. Despite all their achievements and prosperity, their language and alphabet remain completely shrouded in mystery. We have fragments of their writing, but nobody has managed to decipher them. Even with all the technology we have today, we still don't know exactly how their society functioned. Interestingly, they didn't seem as preoccupied with social status as other civilizations. No grand palaces or monumental structures celebrating rulers. Instead, their largest buildings were granaries. Far more practical, wouldn't you say? Unfortunately, around 1800 before Christ, this flourishing civilization began to decline, possibly due to changes in water sources. As their environment transformed, the Harappans packed up and migrated to more hospitable lands, leaving behind a legacy of mysteries we're still trying to solve. Have you ever heard of the Minotaur? That terrifying beast with the head of a bull and the body of a man, hunting brave adventurers through an endless labyrinth? Well, this wasn't just any old story, it was one of the most popular dramas of the ancient world, and it was inspired by a real place. The island of Crete. The Minoans lived there during the Bronze Age. They built magnificent palaces, created incredible frescoes, and developed a culture so rich that it still fascinates historians today. They constructed places like the Palace of Knossos, so complex with its multi-story buildings and elaborate corridors, that it could have inspired the entire myth of the labyrinth. Their engineering was so advanced that even their drainage system was more sophisticated than what many people have today. Can you believe that? This ancient civilization had better plumbing than some modern buildings. In our next episode, we'll be traveling to another incredible ancient site that will challenge everything you think you know about early human civilization. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, keep exploring,